Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the newest episode of the Sports Trade. As always, I'm your host, Cole Thompson, or intern Cole, whatever you prefer. It's been an interesting week for Philly sports. Sixers playoff run starts tomorrow. Phillies had their first week of the season. They went 3-4. They started out 2-0. They struggled in the Mets series. They struggled last night. I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to talk about the Sixers and the Phillies today, but we're going to start off with the Phillies. Listen, they are going to be okay. They're going to be fine. The amount of people I see freaking out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok about the Phillies. Oh, I was right. The Phillies this isn't going to work. They don't have defense. They don't have the pitching. Calm down. They are going to be okay. Do you not realize there are 162 games in a season? Okay. We are 7 games in. We are 7 games in. I was so excited to make this episode because I have to talk about this. Calm down. The amount of times we've seen teams like the Phillies start off hot and then struggle at the end of the season and miss the playoffs. We've seen it year after year with the Phillies. And now that they're starting off slow, everybody's up in arms. They are going to be okay. Stop worrying. Stop it. Stop. It's just, you cannot tell if this Phillies team will work or not yet. We are not at that point. We are 7 games in to 162. Do you understand that? There's 155 games left of baseball. Okay? And the Phillies are 3-4. Let's check who else is 3-4. Let's check who else is there's a pretty notable team who's 3-4. It might be 4-3. Let's check this. But what I'm trying to get at is the Phillies will be okay. I gotta go this way. Damn it. I mean, the Blue Jays, Yankees, and Rays are all 4-3. The Mariners and the Angels, 2 highly regarded teams, are 3-4. The defending World Series champions are 3-5. Who else? The Dodgers are 4-3. Calm down. Just calm down. Stop. I can't stand people sitting there and be like, "Oh, Schwarber, I knew he wasn't going to work." No, how do you know? How do you know he hasn't worked yet? He has played 7 games. Schwarber started off slow last season, and look what he did. You remember his month of June? You remember what he did in the playoffs? Give it time. We don't know. Bryce is starting to heat up. Castellanos is starting to heat up. JT is starting to heat up. Stop acting like this Phillies team is lost already. Like, it's done. It's not done. The Braves started off 2-5 2-6, I think, last year, and won the whole damn thing. We are not even out of the first week of the season. So calm down. People sitting and are like, "Oh, the Sixers need to." Look what you guys are making me do. Look what you're making me do. The Phillies need to get rid of Alec Bohm. What? Get rid of Alec Bohm. The guy's batting .667. Yeah, he's not good in the field, but he's batting .667. You got to keep him out there. You got to build his confidence back up. Why they keep benching him, I don't know. But you know what they're doing? They're trying to figure out what works best. They're trying to find different combinations on what works best. And with Segura out, it's kind of hard to figure that out. But stop sitting here and acting like that this Phillies team is already failed. Give Schwarber time. Give him time to heat up. Give him time to, adjust. He is back in baseball after having to sit 3 months out because of the lockout. Give him time. And I know he got spring training, but you got to give it time. As we always say, trust the process. Let's look at the batting average for the Phillies. Let's look at them. So we'll start off with Castellanos is batting .296. Schwarber's batting .111. Harper's batting .160. Harper's heating up. Castellanos is heating up. Hoskins is batting .238. He's gonna continue to heat up. JT's batting .360. He's been heating up. I think the first series he batted like .118, and now he's batting .360. Harper leads the team in RBIs. Let's look at on base percentage. Alec Boehm has a 700 on base percentage. The guy has gotten out once all season. Once. And I see people sitting there thinking that Alec Boehm shouldn't even get a chance, that we should just trade him. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? How many bats has this guy had? The guy's had the guy's had 8 at bats and has gotten on base 7 of the 8 times. What does the guy need to do? I understand he struggled in the field, and I understand he said he fucking hates this place. We all do sometimes. We all do. Stop acting like, how many times have you gone to work and said you hate that place? We all have. He had a tough day at work. And you know what? A lot of Philly fans respect the fact that he admitted, including me. I respect the fact that Alec Boehm sat there and was like, I said it. I didn't mean it, but I was just frustrated in the moment. And then I see people like, oh, he can't build any hate place, just get rid of him. Shut up. Shut up. The Phillies need to figure out something with the starting rotation, because that's the issue right now. Is the starters are not going 4 innings. The games that they've lost, Eflin went 4, Suarez went 3, Wheeler went 5, I think 4 5. Gibson went just over 3. Game that they won, Nola went 7. Oh no, they didn't lose the Suarez game. No, Nola won 3, 3 and 2, 3 and 2/3. That was the other one. 2 of their 3 wins, Nola won 7, Gibson won 7. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. The biggest issue right now is the pitching. I understand the lineup is cold right now, but they will heat up. We are talking about 3 of the best hitters in baseball in Schwarber, Castellanos, and Harper. 3 of the best hitters in baseball. And then you factor in Segura. He's going to be back. He's been hitting the ball well. JT has been hitting the ball well as of late. Hoskins has been hitting pretty solid. Boehm, I mean, I still think Boehm should be starting at third. He's, like I said, he's gotten out once all year. Just calm down. Give it time. If we're like this in June, at the end of June or beginning of July, then you can start to worry. If we are sitting there and we are dropping 2 out of 3 and then losing games to the Marlins, then you can be worried once it hits June or July. But April, no. No, we are not at that point yet. We are not at that point yet. It is literally the first week of the season. This is a 6-month season, and everyone is freaking out over 1 week. Calm down. This is not the NFL. This is not the NFL. The Phillies will be fine. I'm not worried about them. In fact, they play tonight. This is probably coming out right before the game starts. 6:40. The Phillies are going to win tonight. The Phillies are going to win tonight, and then they're going to win tomorrow. I genuinely believe the Phillies, and even if they drop one of these games, I believe that they will split this series 2-2 with the Marlins. That is what I 100% believe, because this team is going to get their bats going. They got it going a little bit more yesterday. They're going to get it going a little bit more today. Who's on the mound today? I believe it is Eflin. We're going to get to see what Eflin got, because Eflin pitched pretty well through those 4 innings. He gave up 2 hits. It's just he's coming off of a surgery that ended his season early, so they have to be cautious with him. So I understand why. But he's going to pitch a little bit longer today. So let's see if he deals like he did against the A's, because if he wouldn't have been coming off the surgery and would have been able to pitch a full game, I don't think we lose that game. Eflin pitched very well that game. So hopefully he continues. He just threw a lot of pitches early. You guys are going to give me a freaking heart attack. Let's calm down. Switching over to what I really want to talk about today, and that is the Sixers. Sixers playoff run begins. I also want to go over my NBA playoff predictions. So I will talk about the Sixers series specifically after. I'm going to do a full prediction, full blown. I'm trying to find this playoff thing. Where is it? I literally had it the other day. There it is. There we go. Sorry. There we go. I got it. Share. I gotta get the screen shared real quick. There we go. Nope. Oh my god, I shared the wrong screen. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. There we go. All right, let's get into it. First off, Clippers Pelicans play tonight for the play-in spot. I'm gonna take the Pelicans to win that one, but damn it. But I do see the Suns winning the series. Like no matter who they play, I'm gonna go 5 games. I think they steal a game or two. But next up is the Jazz and the Mavericks. I'm gonna go with the Jazz without Luca there. I don't know, Luke. How long is Luke out for? Because if Luke is playing, I'm picking the Mavericks. Let's look this up. Luca's injury report. But I do believe with Luca, the Mavericks are. I think Luca's gonna be the best player on the floor, and he's just gonna dominate. Oh, he's expected in this game 1. I'm gonna take the Jazz and I'll go Jazz in 7. Without Luca, the Jazz are just that much better of a team. It's not very close. So Warriors, Nuggets, Warriors in 6. I think the Nuggets grab a game or two. Just think, especially with Curry coming back, the Warriors are going to be hard to beat, and the Nuggets outside of Jokic really haven't had much help this season. Grizzlies, Timberwolves. Grizzlies are going to give them a run, but the Timberwolves are going to give them a run. I got the Grizzlies in 6. I think the Timberwolves steal a game or two early on in the series. The Grizzlies pull late. The Timberwolves got a lot of momentum. They got a lot of fire. Cavs, Hawks. I'm going to take the Hawks to beat the Cavs. I think the Heat win, but I think the Hawks take them to 7. Listen, I know firsthand as a Sixers fan, and all you listening that are Sixers fans know firsthand, this Hawks team is scary. They're something different. I don't think they're quite the same as last year, but I think that they can definitely beat the Heat in the series, but I got the Heat in 7. I do think the Heat will win in 7. If the Cavs win, I got the Heat in like 5. But if the Hawks win, I'm going to take the Heat in 7. Also, Timberwolves can make a Hawks type run this year. I could see that. Sixers, Raptors. Give me the Sixers in 6. Listen, the Sixers are just straight up a better team. They have the best player on the floor every night. They're gonna win as long as they stay healthy. The only reason I have it going them dropping a game or two is because of the fact that they're not gonna have Tease, and the Raptors do play team basketball and they are very well coached. The Raptors are going to keep a lot of games close, but I think the Sixers' talent takes them over the edge. They're the 2 best players on the floor, actually. Bucks, no, the Bulls aren't winning a game. The Bulls are getting swept. The Bulls are not winning a game. This is the best series of the playoffs. Celtics and the Nets. I am going to go the Nets in 7. I do believe the Nets win this series. Listen, the Nets are good, dude. The Nets are I hate to admit it. This Nets team is good. I mean, they have been playing lights out, and I think they are not a true 7 seed. So I guess that would be my upset, but I am taking the Nets in 7 over the Celtics. I think the Bucks were smart by dodging the Nets the first round. Suns, Jazz. Give me the Suns in 5. I don't think the Jazz can keep up. I think the Suns are my best team in basketball this year. Grizzlies, Warriors. It depends on what Klay Thompson we get. It depends. He hasn't looked the same since the injury. I'm going to go Grizzlies in 7. This Grizzlies team, I love the Grizzlies. I talked about it all year, how much I love Desmond Bane. I was high on them before the season, not this high, but I love Desmond Bane. I thought he was a stud. I thought John Morant was a stud. I knew that these guys had something, so I'm taking the Grizzlies. Sixers and the Heat. I am going to take the Sixers in a hard-fought 7-game series. A hard-fought 7-game series that can go either way. This one's going to be good. That one is going to be probably what I believe could be the best series of the playoffs, outside of maybe that Nets-Celtics series. We'll talk about the Sixers a little later. Bucks Nets, another nail biting series. I think goes 7 games, but I think the Bucks did the Bucks. I think I don't know. I'm gonna do it. Nets. Give me the Nets versus the Sixers. I do think that the Sixers. Give me the Nets over the Bucks. Listen, the Nets are not gonna lose to the Bucks again. The only way the Nets will not lose to the Bucks again. There is no way after everything they went through that they would do that. The fact the Nets are even here in a position like this is astronomical. The fact that they are coming in as a 7 seed as an underdog, they have the best duo in the playoffs. There is no team with two better players than Kyrie and KD. It's going to override. Give me the Nets. I do believe also the Nets would have won that series in 6 games last year. Grizzlies, Suns. As much as I want to take the Grizzlies, I think the experience of the Suns overtakes the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies might be my pick next year, but I think the Suns get back. Nets, Sixers. I can't consciously take the Nets over the Sixers. I can't do it. I do think this Sixers team can get to the finals. I do. Listen, the Sixers, Ben Simmons coming back, whatever. That game that we saw of the Sixers and Nets was not the way that series is going to go. And if you think so, please leave. Please leave the show. I do not want you here. That is not how the series is going to go. It will not go that way. There is no way I'm going to sit here and believe that it is going to go that way. The Sixers are a better team than that, and they would show that in a series against the Nets, in a 7-game series. When the Nets aren't shooting their best game of the night, when the Sixers aren't playing their worst game of the night, when there's a little less of a distraction, when they're focused more on playing basketball. I know ever since then it's kind of been a spiral down for the Sixers, but I feel like they're going to grab it together into the postseason. Sixers, Suns. Suns are the best team in basketball. The Suns are the best team in basketball. No, I'm not signing up for an account. So, poop. How do I get rid of this? Oh, shit. Oh, no, guys. Anyway, we saw. That was my predictions. Sixers, Suns, finals. Suns beat the Sixers. More on the Sixers, Raptors. More on the Sixers, Raptors series. Listen, I know everybody's up in arms because this Sixers team has looked bad the last few weeks. But you know what? Again, like I said about the Phillies, we are entering a new season now. The season is reset. It is now the postseason. You are going to see a different James Harden. You are going to see the healthiest and hungriest Embiid you have ever seen in his entire career. All right. Doc Rivers' seat is hotter than any coach in the entire league, in my opinion, at this point. And he needs to go out there and have a big series. He needs to go out there and help lead this team. I think he will. Tyrese Maxey is going to step up. This Sixers team is just experienced enough. They know what they need to do. There's a lot. This means a lot to James Harden, and this means a lot to Joel Embiid. And they're not going to fold in the first round. Am I going to sit here and say that I 100% think the Sixers are going to make the finals? No, I can't. But I can sit here and say the Sixers are not going to fold in the first round of Toronto. It is not happening. There is no way. No way, no how. I will not sit here and believe it or feed into your nonsense if you say otherwise. Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, James Harden. You are going to see the best version of them in this series, and I do believe the whole playoffs, but at least for this series, and they are going to take care of business against Toronto. And they're going to win game 1 tomorrow, and they are going to win it by, I think, a very comfortable margin, and everyone is going to be shook. I could be completely wrong. This could be clipped on TikTok making a joke about me, and I'm completely okay with that. But I'm sitting here telling you now, they're going to win by a comfortable margin against the Raptors on Saturday. But either way, even if I'm wrong on that part, they will win that game. I can guarantee that. If you are a bettor, go make a parlay right now and do the Sixers money line and Joel Embiid 30 points and James Harden 2 threes and 10 assists. No, that's what I do. But no, I refuse to sit here and believe that this Sixers team is going to lose tomorrow, or that they're going to lose the series. And if you think otherwise, then we're going to disagree, pal. Wow, you guys got my blood boiling. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Sports Rate. I know I was heated because you guys have me driving me crazy on social media with your Sixers and your Phillies nonsense, talking about how they are done. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure you follow DSM and me on any social media platform. Just look up DSM Cole Tom and I'll pop up. Either way, thank you guys and have a great